In 2022, history was made with the election of Kavonté Duckett as the first African-American elected official in Frederick County Government. Having grown up in the city of Frederick, Duckett has always had serving the community in his heart. This is his story.
Born and raised here in Frederick County. I'm a 7th generation Frederictonian. I am proud to call Frederick County home. Attended South Frederick Elementary School, which is a few blocks away from here. So really grew up here in the downtown Frederick area. Have always had a great sense of pride for Frederick County and for Frederick City. I love this community and all that we have to offer. We're here at the Rollins Life Celebration Center. As you can see behind me, this beautiful establishment. I actually started with the funeral home in 2011. So I was a junior in high school, did my work-study program at our former location on South Street. Still try to figure out today how I ended up in the funeral business. Don't really know how. I was like a kid that just walked off the street and asked for a job. And thankfully, Mr. Rollins said yes. I've been with him ever since. We are actually going on a year in the new location here. And so added a different twist to the funeral industry. We are not just a funeral home, but we want to celebrate life, a life well lived. So I am just so glad to have been here for so long. And for the part that the Rollins family plays in this community. They are the longest standing African-American establishment in Frederick County, I believe. And so just to be a part of this rich history is amazing to me, and I'm so glad that I can help carry out some of their vision and some of the work that they do on a daily basis. In 2019, I started with the Religious Coalition as the client service specialist in our client service building. Fast forward, started in 2020, March of 2020 actually. Got promoted to the director of the Allen P. Linton Jr. Emergency Shelter. So right at the height of COVID. It was an interesting time to start, but I felt like we jumped right in and the wheels have been turning ever since. So for those that don't know, the shelter is an 88-bed facility, the largest congregate living facility in the county. Glad to work with such an amazing group of people at the shelter and at the coalition, and to be able to offer services and especially we are the first stop for some folks who are experiencing homelessness, and so to make sure they're met with a friendly face, a friendly smile is definitely important when they're coming into our doors. So I've been a member of the Mountain City Lodge number 382 here in Frederick on the historic West All Saints Street for a number of years now. Actually, when I joined under the leadership of Mr. Bernard Brown, a strong community pillar here in Frederick, here in the city. Have been with them for a while now. This year we are celebrating 100 years of service in the same building, in the same location on West All Saints Street. Our principles, our motto is brotherly love, fidelity, justice, and charity. Those are the four things that we try to focus on and making sure that we are giving back to this community. So I'm just so glad to be a part of an organization that is committed to community service, one, and committed to giving back, but most importantly committed to sharing the story of the rich African-American history here in Frederick County. I was glad to participate in a number of Juneteenth events that were happening this year here in the city and in the county. Juneteenth is not just a day off, it's a day on. And so we have to make sure that we are committed to telling that story, committed to sharing the message of community, of unity, of perseverance, of struggle. And so it is important that everyone get involved and participate and share and remember and reflect in the love that is Juneteenth. Juneteenth is not just a day for the African American community to celebrate, but it's a day for all of us to reflect and remember the importance of what the day means, and that's the abolishment of slavery. We have come so far as a nation, but yet we recognize we still have a long ways to go. And Juneteenth is just a day for us to remember and to reflect just how far we've come. So election night was surreal. I mean, emotions were high. just not the fact of winning the race, but the fact of knowing that I am the first person of color to be elected in Frederick County's 275-year history. I can't even put it into words. When I think about folks like Alderman Bill Hall, who paved the way for me to be able to sit in the seat that I sit in today at municipal level, but to do it on the county scale has just been amazing. The amount of support and love that I am receiving on a daily basis from the community blows my mind. I am just so grateful for the love, for the sacrifice, for the prayers of those who support me on a daily basis. And I know that I serve those that did not vote for me, and that is okay, but we are here to make sure that everyone has a seat at the table and that everybody is a part of the conversation. And so it is my mission over the next 4 years while I'm in office to make sure that everybody is a part of those conversations that traditionally have not been, and to make sure that everyone feels welcome when we are talking about Frederick County government. At least for my life, there has been a great progress here in the county. And again, it's sad that it has taken, this 29-year-old and 22 to be elected as the first person of color. But that shows that we are moving in the right direction. And so over the next 25 years, I hope to see more folks of color run for office, be elected to serve. I always say that I am the first, but I don't want to be the last, right? And so I am committed to making sure that I open the door so that more folks can come in that can experience county government, that can experience Winchester Hall and see the great things that we have to offer, and one day say, hey, look, yes, I want to serve in the role of county council. I want to be the next county executive, whatever that is. I want to make sure that we are laying the platform now so that we don't have to look back 25 years and say, well, what the heck did we do? If we start to do the work today, I believe that we're really going to start to see the shift that we desire to see here in this county.